As we begin going through Romans chapter 13, it starts out like this: let every soul be subject to the higher powers, or to the governing authorities, the New King James says. For there is no authority except from God, and those authorities that exist are appointed by God. And so we have the responsibility. You'll notice in Romans 13:1 that this is universal. Let every soul be subject to the higher powers, to the governing authorities. But then it's also of divine origin, because there is no power except from God. You know, Jesus told Pilate that same thing. Pilate said, do you not realize that I have power to release you? And Christ said the same thing Paul said, you have no power except from God. Daniel tells us this in Daniel chapter 4, that the Most High rules in the kingdoms of men and gives them to whomsoever He will. So what's the Christian responsibility to government? You are to be subject to the governing authorities. That doesn't mean we approve of everything that they do. Of course not. But we are to live, and that chapter will later tell us, in regard to our conscience when it comes to how we're living before God. We subject ourselves, we live according to God's Word, we obey God rather than men, Acts 5:29, but we can do all of that while remaining subject to the existing authorities. Make sure you subscribe to our channel.